Hey everybody, you are tuned in to an extra special Free Matt podcast. I am going to talk about round 3 of the 2020 Democrat debates, or in other words, the presidential slap fight between half-wits. It's up to you who you want to put up against Donald Trump, or if Eric Swalwell decides to become a Republican all of a sudden and duke it out. But, did I say Eric Swalwell? I meant Justin Amash. Anyway, this was titled Everyone Else 2020 Democrat Debates, Round 3, or as I called, Not Quite Everybody Else. We'll look at quick commentary here. Bill de Blasio. My notes say he hates Trump enough he would dismantle ICE and probably let everybody in. Hyperbolic statement, might not be true. Jay Inslee. No one except people from Washington State, citizens from Washington State actually know who he is. It'd be hard for somebody from Illinois to vote because people from Illinois don't know who he is. I know him as the guy who passes every anti-gun bill that ever goes in front of him. So, at one time it was a good thing to own a gun in Washington State, not anymore. Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii. One of the few people I could stomach. I think she surfs. She's suing Google for a bunch of money. She served in the military. But she's not crazy enough to be elected president. I'm also going to tell you something wild about Tulsi besides the fact that I think she's wild. The weirdest thing is there's a lot of people who don't like her. There's a lot of people in the media who don't like her. People slander her about Syria and what have you. I just like to crack jokes at her expense. If I could pick a woman from Hawaii who's a politician that I could shake my junk at, she'd probably be it. Oh, Andrew Yang. He wants to prevent people from owning guns by being convoluted, making all these convoluted rules. He has his own cult, and there's bugs flying around me. As I said, he has his own cult. I think they call him the Yang Gang, when I think it's really stupid, but heck, if I had like the Shoe Idiots or something like that, I guess I'd be happy too. But he talked about guaranteed income allows for me to spend money on liquor and whores. So if I got $1,000, I'd probably go blow it on people who need it. Ooh, Kamala Harris arguably could have. This is a debatable, but arguably, she could have screwed somebody for a job in the past. Appealing to people that hate politicians, but not anyone that doesn't bark at their own arm. If she can get the dead to vote in swing states, she could win. Ooh, Joe Biden. Uncle Joe. How you doing, Uncle? Uncle Joe Biden. He gets kicked out of strip clubs. Not really, but I don't know. Because he's handsy. Low energy. It's low energy. He likes positive things. He likes to sniff women's hair. So if you're the bus flashing type, you probably could vote for Joe Biden. I don't think he can win due to Me Too. But if you're like an anti-Me Too person and you like handsy older guys, I'd vote for the guy. The bus flashers would. Cory Booker. If I had to think of one person who screamed fraud, and that was in quotations, he probably would be it. I think it says that he thinks that gun licensing will restrict guns in the wrong hands. True, he will have bodyguards who pack more heat than a steam plant. I'm not calling the guy a fraud, but if somebody said fraud, and would you say a person that reminded you of the word fraud, I may or may not yell Cory Booker. Old Julian Castro. You call him Julian. I call him Julian. Um, I put that he can't get out of the shadow of his cooler cousin, Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke, everybody's favorite Irish Mexican. I think he might be jealous of Beto's skateboard. Uh, Also, JC, as I like to call him, might forget. He might forget that 30% of our country. Uh, Julian Castro might forget about the rest of them. He might forget those 30. He'll focus on 70%. Worry about the other 30%. I don't know who he's going to be helping. I mean, I looked at his website. It doesn't say a lot. Ooh, Kirsten Gillibrand. Girl power. Girl power. I said, you're almost as jacked up as my mustache today. Going nuts here. Oh, it says she loves to give lip service to people like the Mattress Girl, Emma Solkowitz, who falsely accused a guy of rape, by the way. KG isn't to be trusted by anyone with a penis or testicles. She's supposedly qualified because she is a mom. But the weird thing is that trillions of women have had kids, but we haven't seen them win yet as president. That doesn't add up, folks. I don't know where she's going with it. Doesn't work. Oh, Judas Priest. Quick whips. We're doing good here. Ooh, rounding up the people that were actually allowed to debate. Mike Bennett from Colorado. And I said he may or may not be able to fire up a mean doobie. He says that he loves education, but he can't educate us on who he is. You like that? Would you like to be able to, would one of you people like to educate me in the comments who he is? Because we already had a former governor of Colorado, that's John Hickenlooper, who hates guns but loves weed. I like guns and weed. If you had to pick two things to put together, alcohol and tobacco, but guns and weed are a different story. Now, I want you to reflect. I've already did like a round 2, I believe, but just think these are the people that you're secretly hoping their ploy to hand you free shit will bring you this next level of success and happy feeling. Like up here, there, somewhere. Just think of it that way. Your love of free shit. It won't do anything for you. Alright? One of the few people I ever could have voted for to run for president is not even running this time. It's a man by the name of Jim Webb. I think he was the Secretary of the Navy. He's worked in the Defense Department. He was a admiral. He was actually, of all things, I believe he was a Marine. And if you read his story, he had to deal with Democrats. He dealt with people who couldn't stand him. He's a fighter, who he really is, and he's a decent man. And I think he's in Trump's. He works for Trump now. But one of the weird things is he's probably one of the last people I could even stomach in the Democrat Party. And I'm gonna lie to you. I'd encourage you in 2020 to vote to write me in. I don't care. You could write in Jim Webb. It's one of the last people I could stomach. Well, here's a short and ugly, folks. Just like the first 2 rounds. First, second, whatever. You're looking at a cesspool, and they spread out the cesspool evenly. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to consider a third party. I want you to think that nobody owns your vote. I want you to think that you're going to vote for somebody, not because you're going to vote against someone, but because you think that's the best thing for your family, your household, your community, even your church. Just think that way. Remember nobody owns your vote. And that's one thing that nobody should have bought your vote. They should convince you that they are the best choice. And, I mean, it's up to you. This is your country. And if it's not, well, you got a limited amount of rights. I know you don't like hearing it, but okay. Now, folks, I want you to enjoy it. I want you to watch for gaffes. I need you to, I need you to watch this before you watch the debates. If you watch it after, that's hilarious, because it might be just as good. But don't let Uncle Bernie scare you. All right? There's Medicare for all. All right? Enjoy yourself. Hopefully, I'll have another video out this weekend. Please feel free to email me at freemattpodcast@gmail.com. You can find me on, you can find me on my website, freemattpodcast.wordpress.com. I will put some details in the links. Feel free to contact me via Twitter, any other thing. Hopefully I'll get General Patrick Flynn out of here and we'll enjoy this. Rock and roll, people. Keep hope alive.